feel like this is the outfit I get just attacked by a dog in.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Clean Hamster podcast. This is episode 113, I think. I have a very special guest in my basement apartment this evening. This is one of my very best friends on planet Earth, Jillian Smart. She's a TikToker, and that's it. Sorry, no, she's not. Well, you are, but she's also a very fantastic stand-up comedian, super talented, very soft-spoken, which gets frustrating because, like...
Why does it get frustrating?
Because I can't hear you. I'm joking. I'm gaslighting you. You're wearing an awesome jacket.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to go put mine on. Just fan for it.
Oh, sorry, what do I do?
Just talk for it.
I hate being put on the spot like this. But, pretty cool jacket.
Okay.
Yeah, you look really cool.
Thank you so much. Okay, so, I also wanted to just get this out of the way because, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, you look really good.
Thank you so much. I wanted to get this out of the way. I wanted to, if anyone gives a shit, if anyone even listens to this, thank you so much for being at the Velvet Underground. If you were at any of those shows that took place this past week and weekend. We did 5 shows there, Jacob, Curtis, and I, and we all did great, I think. And Jillian, you got to be at one of those shows.
Yeah, it was great.
What did you think? What did you take from it?
I loved it. I mean, I see you guys do stand-up all the time,
right.
But I thought all of you had really great sets. Maybe one thing that had nothing to do with you guys.
For sure,
but
go
people
for
kept talking, and I just wanted to be like, shut the hell up.
Yeah, it was.
This isn't something you need to participate in.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually one person has the microphone, and everyone else stays quiet, except for when you want to laugh a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That bugged me quite a bit.
Yeah,
because I would hear you say something funny, and then quietly, but also not quietly, I would hear a little voice just chirping some nonsense after everything you said. And like, I don't want to freak out or anything, but I wanted to throw
yeah.
I really wanted to like throw her through a wall.
Yeah. I
get it. You're excited. I would be excited if
I get it. You're excited in 19, and you know it's not. I get it. Like,
but there were a lot of 19-year-old girls there who were quiet.
Who were not. Here's the thing about navigating through that. It's probably a lot of those people's first comedy show.
Yes, they don't get that it's not like an interaction.
It's not their fault.
Based.
It's not their fault. And there's always time to learn. And unfortunately, you might have to learn at our show that you got to shut up.
Someone did go talk to her who worked at the venue.
Yeah, it was great.
And she said, you better fucking stop.
And she was like, you better fucking shut the fuck up.
She's like, I'm going to fucking kill you with my bare fucking hands.
You better shut up or one of these guys is going to put you on blast on their Instagram story.
Yeah. Did you?
No, can you imagine? If you see this bitch... Tell her to shut the fuck up at comedy shows. I would never do that.
I would.
But I thought that was... I thought it was incredible. I thought it was so much fun because, like, I haven't done consistent stand-up like that, I think, I've never done 5 straight shows in my life.
It's a lot.
And it was fun.
You did a lot of time, too. You did like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I did 20. And I did... Okay, but the 4th night... We did 5 nights. The 4th night, I did 8 minutes because I was so tired.
Really?
I was like, I did a joke about ugly people.
It's such a good joke.
It's so fun. I know. I'm so happy. And I'm so happy that you like it. I really appreciate that. But like, it was like it was the one night that I did it where people were like, okay, because like it's mean, but it's fucking. But come on, who doesn't like a funny mean thing? And it hurt nobody. I didn't like. I'm not like naming names or pointing at people's faces. You just say ugly people and you see how people react, I guess. And it was working. And then the end of it, which I had to cut for the last show, I realized I don't even need the end because the end is just like, oh, that's not the joke anymore. That's actually how he feels. Like, that's what it seemed like. It's not how I truly feel, but it's just like...
But is it a little bit?
No, it's not. It's not. But it's like...
Maybe
I'm
just
thinking
a
about
little.
it. I'm thinking about it. No, I would never do that. I would never truly believe in that. But like, the end of the joke was like an ugly person being impatient for like waiting on like their food or drinks, and it's like, aren't you used to waiting? And like that's like fucking.
That's mean.
Yes, it is, and everyone was like, okay, like everyone was like, all right, like it's not a bit anymore. That was like real, like I guess, like that's what I took from it. And then like the laughter didn't even like ripple. There was like 5 laughs like separately,
Yeah.
all throughout like this like 50 person front area, and then it stopped, and I was like, I'm done myself.
Yeah,
like
you're
I'm
okay,
tired.
I don't want to be on stage
Like I was just like, all right, like, but I was like, okay, good, because I'm like tired too, and I just don't. I don't even want to say the next thing because like, I want to go sit down.
Yeah.
Fuck that joke. It needs more work. I'm gonna go sit down. Thank you. And I like, whatever. I told my mom that, and she was like, no, you gotta give them more. You gotta give them what they want. And I was like, yeah, but I was tired.
It's really hard doing that much stand-up. You did over 5 days. You did like an hour and a half of stand-up. It's a lot.
It was fun. I'm glad you were there to support. You
I
got to
would've
come
been
in
there
the green
every night.
room.
That was really cool.
That was so sick.
I love that. I wish I could at every show at the Underground. I wish I was invited to backstage.
Yeah, that was fun. Let's talk about how we've both been to comedy school, because it's the most ridiculous place.
Yeah,
That
it is
could-
ridiculous.
that could ever, like-
Humber comedy.
Humber College, the stand-up comedy. No, sorry. The whole comedy writing and performance course. This is where I met Jacob and Curtis. Jillian went there. You were a year behind, 2 years behind me.
2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years behind
Yeah.
me. And like, fuck, man.
I can't believe that that's legal.
What?
I don't think it should be legal to tell.
Legal?
It should be illegal to tell a 17-year-old, give me thousands of dollars, I'll make you a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's crazy.
That's true. There is nowhere in that place where they like, by the way, you got to put in some work too.
And they were teaching you stuff.
After the shit, I guess.
Do you remember
yeah.
that course? And it was like the history of comedy, and you're learning about like 1920s
Yes.
vaudevillian. Why? Who cares?
Yeah, I don't care. And also, all comedy that isn't happening in front of me right now sucks.
Yeah, and it was like
Like, you know, like especially when you're a 17-year-old. You're like, I'm not gonna go watch like a Steve Martin movie from the fucking 80s. I don't care.
I would.
Would you? On your own time?
I love Steve Martin.
That's great. I know he's fantastic, but come on.
Yeah, but I really like him. That was a bad example.
All right.
He's timeless.
Embarrassing. So, whatever. But, like, still, we met some of the weirdest people, the coolest
The
people.
weirdest people.
But also, like, some of the worst human beings. Because, like, people who think that they're funny, who come from a place where there's not a lot of comedy, and then they get brought to, like, this area where everyone might... I don't know. It's hard to explain. I think what I'm trying to say is, like... It's tough, sorry. Like, you see... People... Only children whose parents tell them they're hilarious, and then they go to comedy school, you fizzle out. You're fucking gone by the end of first year. You suck.
Oh, hot take.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah,
also,
but, like,
dudes who are just, like, naturally friendly aren't funny.
Yes.
That's another
Like,
thing, too.
charismatic people are not
Exactly.
comedians.
Charismatic people do theater.
Yeah.
Do
There were a lot
theater.
of people who should have been in theater.
There's just people who are spazzes and loud. Just because everyone's looking at you doesn't mean you're hilarious. Got it.
Yeah.
I got there. Okay,
Yeah.
we did it. Fine. Also, getting enough shit on your phone?
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, I'm so angry with you. Okay.
Remember one of our teachers was like genuinely like part of the alt-right?
What?
Like he was like a terrorist? Like an
Who?
Larry Horowitz.
Larry was an alt-right I don't care.
Yeah.
Larry Horowitz is a terrorist?
Yeah.
Larry Horowitz is a terrorist.
Okay, we shouldn't actually.
I don't care.
But sometimes
He's dead now.
he's not dead. But
Well, he should be, because he's a terrorist.
Okay, you're editing that now.
No, I'm not. It's fine.
He's not a terrorist, but
Okay,
he
he's
definitely
not a
has some
terrorist.
very far right leaning views.
Such as?
He thinks.
Because I never asked him a question.
Well, us either. But I think
Okay.
he got to the point where he just was. He's old, you know? And he just got to the point where he just started saying shit.
Yeah.
He didn't care. Like, we would be getting up to leave class, and he'd be like, oh, by the way, does anybody actually believe in cultural appropriation? And we'd be like, bye, Larry.
He said that?
Yeah, and he'd be like, hey, did you guys know that Bernie Sanders is actually Hitler? I'd be like, that Jewish man? Yeah, you probably shouldn't say that.
No one ever thought he was doing a bit?
He was not doing a bit. You would go into his office. Like, did you ever do the thing where he would write jokes with you?
Yep.
But then you would bring your jokes in, and then he would ruin them? Mm-hmm. So I had a meeting with him.
Yeah, he would. He sure would.
Yeah, and you would go into his office for a meeting, and he'd be reading, like, Breitbart and Fox News and stuff. So he was odd.
All right.
He once also told me that I was so cute and pretty that I could say racist things on stage and get away with it. That, like, I should make...
I think he told me that, too.
Really?
He said I'm so pretty that I could get away with saying really shocking things. And
Why does he want us to be racist
and
so badly?
And I think, if I recall correctly, I said, no, that means I can't do it more.
Yeah.
That means you can't, like... I mean, I tried it. But, like, I was like, no. And then I slowly realized myself. I was like, oh, no, that makes people hate you more. Like, no one wants to hear a handsome guy or a pretty girl say some shocking, fucked up things. They would rather hear someone like that say embarrassing things about themselves, or just not make fun of anyone, just make fun of themselves and just fucking tell embarrassing shit about themselves.
It just sucks.
That's the best part. That's the best part about being pretty people. Is that we have a lot. Is that people would probably look at me or someone like Jillian and think, oh, nothing bad ever happens to them. You're fucking wrong. Embarrassing.
Yeah, it's actually really hard.
I am, like, it sucks. Like, I embarrass myself 24/7 hard.
I have, like, a hard time leaving my house because I hate myself so much.
Whoa. Oh, my God. Yeah, for sure. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
No, but just, like, I'm so embarrassed.
I know. You are so embarrassed, and you're, like, the way you, like, stand.
What? What do you mean?
The way you're just, like, am I, like, you...
Do I actually stand like that?
The way, every time if you're like, okay, Dean, imagine Jillian walking into a room.
Stop. Do it right now.
All right.
Stop. I hate that. That's not how I...
Like, you just,
no.
it looks like you're trying not to be in the way or alive.
Yeah.
It looks like if you just tighten, like, you are, I don't know, like, are you clumsy? Do you bump into shit? Really? Because you're so tucked into yourself.
I just don't want to, like, when I'm in, like, a social setting, I like to listen, like, observe.
Right. So
I also feel super, like, when I'm with you guys have such big personalities and you're so funny and so quick. I get intimidated, like, being around you and Curtis and Jacob.
Really?
For real. Yeah.
Why? Well, you just said why. Sorry.
Like, in the best way.
But you still hold your own when it comes to being funny and, like, arguing. Like, I don't start arguments with you. I can't.
Really?
I can't do it. Don't look down like it was like me flirting. I'll be like, really?
I didn't
it wasn't.
do
No,
that.
you did. You looked down. You didn't do that, obviously. But, like, okay, like, you're way smarter than I'll ever be. And
Stop,
if I
that's
say,
so nice of
but
you
if
to
I
say.
say something where I'm like, I'm going out on a whim here, and I'm gonna say something where I know that not everyone knows I only know, like, a certain amount on this topic. And like, I'll say something, and then you'll be like, you can see it in my, you'll pounce on it and be like, well, and then bring up a separate point. I'm like, well, I didn't get that far in the book yet. Fuck. Like, that's the way I feel a lot. Actually, not just with you, but, like, a lot of my friends, where I'm just like, oh, I took a chance there, and it really fucking blew up in my face.
I'm sorry if I make you feel like that.
Don't apologize at all. I love me constantly being embarrassed by stuff is, like, what makes me happy now, because I'm like, good, like, fucking take me down a peg. Why would I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I feel great, but then if I go to bed being like, I feel great, but I learned something, that's where I'm at.
That's a great day.
That's a really great day. Mm-hmm. And, like, yeah, take me down a peg. I can be a cocky little prince sometimes.
A cocky little prince?
I can be a cocky little prince sometimes, and if there's anyone who's like, hey, Dean, how about you shut the fuck up, and how about you actually know what you're talking about? Mm-hmm. That's you. That's Jacob. That's Curtis.
Yeah.
That anyone who cares enough
You're like the loose cannon.
Anyone who cares enough to fucking correct me is a friend.
Yeah.
And that's great. Because, like, fucking, you know, I can be an idiot.
I would just let you run your mouth.
Yeah. You'd be like, yeah, like amount of times where you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
wow, oh my god. If anyone else heard you say that, you'd be in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Good thing we're your friends, and it's great. But also, that's just being with friends. You just say crazy shit. Whoever can say the craziest thing wins.
I've noticed that with you three.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We say insane shit.
That's why I get kind of like intimidated because I'm like, I don't want to say this crazy stuff.
No,
Also, I don't
fine.
even know where you come up with it.
Thank you.
It's great.
I would
it's
never
funny.
repeat it here. Because you know how there's like, you know, you in real life when no cameras or microphones are around, and then there's you on camera with a microphone around? It's me turned down just a little bit. I'd like to think. But a lot of people have completely different shit going on when they're behind the camera. And also, editing exists. So, fuck it. What are you gonna do? You gonna make YouTube
Unreal.
videos?
No.
You should try doing commentary and then give up like me.
Okay.
Hot take.
I don't want to do YouTube. I'm scared of being bullied by teens.
Yeah.
It's the bane of my existence. You guys are mean.
Yeah, you guys are fucked. Look at her.
Yeah.
What?
I've like cried from like hate comments before.
Like, what was... Okay. Top 3 hate comments. Go.
Oh,
do you
someone the other day on the paper shoot account, someone told me to kill myself because
That's always a good one.
Yeah, it was good because the reason they wanted me to kill myself is because I said the cameras look like film photos. They take photos that look like film.
Yes, they do.
And they were like a film purist. So they were like, this is outrageous. You should kill yourself.
If you're a film purist, shut up, man.
Relax. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
if it's
shut
not for you, it's okay.
Yeah, shut up.
Who cares? Yeah, your hobby is going to be obsolete in 20 years. How does that feel?
Yeah, be rude. I like when you're pissed and mean. I love when my friends are so angry.
It makes me so
Obsolete. That cuts deep, big
Yeah.
time. Yeah, fuck. All right, what's another one?
Oh, when I made
'Cause
that,
we all know the kill yourselves of the world, you know, but like come on.
someone on TikTok once with that super viral video. I remember I texted you about it, and then I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't be complaining to you because you got canceled. You got so canceled. And then as a joke, I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't be complaining to you. And you're like, yeah, you shouldn't. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, it was on a morning where I was having a bad day. I remember that.
It's
I was
okay.
walking. I was walking to Freshco or something to do grocery shopping, and I was just like, yeah, have fun. Like, it was one of those days where I was like,
Being
no.
an asshole to your friend.
No, but like, don't text me about getting in trouble on the internet. You know what I mean?
It was really scary.
For
I've
sure.
never experienced that before.
Was there a 20-minute video made about you?
No,
So, I think we're good.
but a lot of TikToks.
Yeah? A lot of TikToks
Someone,
that just
like-
get buried and buried and buried and buried and buried?
Yeah, but that's what was like, every time I opened my phone, I would have like 3 new reactions to it.
I should be more sympathetic. I'm
It
sorry.
was really hard, especially for someone like me who already thinks
That's
everyone wants
true.
me to die.
That's,
And then
okay.
people like,
Oh, wow.
I'm so sorry. I
No,
don't know.
hang on. I feel horrible.
No, don't feel horrible.
Oh my god, not me feeling so bad for my friend right now.
No, but I understand why you would be like, don't talk to me about this, because it was such a like, for me it was a few days, for you it was months.
Yeah, it was
So-
about 8. Yeah, it was about 8 goddamn months.
Yeah, so I get it. I wasn't offended. I was like, that's fair.
Yeah.
But someone,
I did, but I swore I checked in on you.
you did.
Okay, thank God.
No, you weren't a
Oh,
complete
yeah, no,
asshole.
everyone
It was just
everyone
that
always
funny-
forgets to mention that part, but it's all good.
I would have mentioned it.
Thanks. I'm kidding. I'm fucking around with you. Don't worry.
No, you actually did like give me advice and help me out.
It's just the most scary thing to navigate. And I love talking about it on the podcast so much because it's like, okay, well, first of all, I talked about it. I really wish I got video of this, but I finally like worked up the courage to like write some decent jokes about what it was like to be canceled on the internet, and I talked about it on stage on the last night because I went first. It was Jacob's birthday, so I got to introduce him. So I think I had like 10 extra minutes because we all extended our set times, and I finally like got to like tell the jokes I've always wanted to tell, and they're not even like fucking. They're not about the person. They're not about like the video. They're just about what it's like to be a regular Joe and be canceled. And it's like one of my favorite things that I've ever done. While I was like sitting on a stool. Like I had the
Yeah.
best fucking time just being like, no one knows what it's like to like be like in so much trouble on the internet in real time and then like get on the bus and go to work.
Yeah, because your like physical
It's-
world is the exact same.
It's great. Like usually when people are canceled or you know are being dragged like on the internet, they already have some success. And when you don't, and you just gotta go like open Earls.
Yeah.
Whoa. Like, and you just gotta go like move the umbrellas up and like take the planters off tables and wipe them, and then like put ice in wells.
Mm-hmm.
Putting ice in the wells of a bar at 9 a.m. while everyone on the internet is telling you to kill yourself and calling you a misogynistic piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're like, I'm picking up extra shifts so I don't kill myself?
Yeah.
Whoa. Like, that's the... Like, and you can't call in canceled to work. You can't. So think about that next time you fucking go for someone. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about teens on the internet.
Can you imagine just being like, hey, and they're like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, I can't come in today.
I got canceled.
I'm like in a lot of trouble on the internet, and they're like, so you're like, physically you're okay? Yeah. Oh, then shut up, get down here. Oh, shut up, get down here. You can't do that. That doesn't work. You gotta show up for your shift. No one cares. And then like a manager knew. Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot of people knew.
Amira. She knew. Thank you, Amira.
I like Amira.
She's like, I saw this thing and a couple of people were talking about it. Do you want to talk about what's going on? I was like, no.
That's the last thing
I was like, no, I don't want to sit at 42 and fucking be like, so I made a mistake.
Yeah.
I went to New York when I shouldn't have. You know?
Remember I told you not to go?
Yeah, you did.
2 days before you got canceled. I was like, you have to watch what you say because it's going to bite you in the ass. And you're like, shut the fuck up.
I didn't say shut the fuck up. I didn't. I was probably like, no.
No, you were like, shut the fuck up. You did exactly that.
You really think, was it with a smile?
Yeah, you were
smiling.
smiling.
Of course. And it wasn't, you know.
You're like, shut the fuck up. No.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then 2 days later, you called me at 9 a.m. I knew something was wrong because if you were up before 11.
Yeah, be rude. How was that day for you?
I just remember I was sitting there, at my breakfast table.
I think you eat lunch and dinner there too, don't you?
Yeah.
For sure. So
I was at a table in my my kitchen, and then I got a call from Dean, and I know in my heart what has happened.
You did?
Yeah, I was like, hello, and you said it happened. And I was like, yeah, I know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And I've never flown to YouTube so quickly in my life. I even I got a little cameo in that video.
Oh, man. I remember when, you know what? I feel so much better about reminiscing about it now because of, like, the week I just had and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like
it's in the past. I don't
it's
think...
so in the past. It's great. And
if
also,
people are still mad at you.
No one
who
is.
cares?
And also, if they are, grow up. Grow the fuck up. Graduate high school. So here's whoops. But you know, here's the thing. Like when that happened, and how far we've all come, and how you've even said to me like I've noticed your growth.
Oh my god,
and
yeah.
And that's like the biggest compliment, so thank you. That is so sweet.
Oh my god, I could talk about that for ages.
You don't have to.
Okay.
But like I don't need to get my tires pumped or anything, but like I can pump my own fucking tires. Like I think like.
But sometimes it's nice to be recognized.
It is, and I was all week. But
Mm-hmm.
I have that post-show depression where I'm very, very reflective and I'm very like,
yeah,
I feel good and I just want to sit and relax and do this and hang out with a friend and everything. But like, oh my god, like even doing the jokes about it, not going into too much detail and just bringing that like one area where it's just like, you guys know how fucking embarrassing it is to be in trouble and not be rich. Like
you had a joke about like just getting on the bus.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. I was just like, you like fuck, and just being like on public transit,
yeah.
like while like being in like while being on public transit while your name is trending on fucking Twitter is demoralizing. Because you're like, fucking, why can't this be money? Because there's a part of you where it's like, wow, people care about me, and then there's idiots who say, fucking there's no such thing as bad press, and you're like.
It feels pretty bad.
I would love some good press right now. Oh my god. Why would I ever love some good fucking press?
Yeah.
Like, that's where it was. And people who say that have never had press in general. So, shut up for sure. But, like, oh my gosh. And when, like, being able to, like, joke about it is so funny. And, like, it's sure there's way worse traumas in the world. But, like, that's
real trauma,
But that was so horrible. And, like, oh man, it's great. Like, it's just so bad. Everything is so much better now.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
I would agree.
Everything is just so much better now. Like, I still have all my friends. It doesn't matter.
Your life didn't change.
No.
You grew a lot from it.
Yeah.
Which I think is really good.
Yeah,
you could have just been bitter forever, but no.
No. There are funny moments where, like, I'm like, I gotta be bitter here. Because that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But imagine if I, like, did... Like, I love thinking, like, oh, man, the piece of shit I would have been if that didn't happen to me. Whoa. Like... Mm-hmm. Like, a 23-year-old handsome white guy had to have that happen to him.
You were 23 when that happened?
Yeah.
My, the time flies.
Yeah, I know. Like, I had a good year, and I was fucking feeling like the shit, and then I ran my mouth, and that had to happen to me. Mm-hmm. Like, it did. Because if it didn't, who the fuck knows where this wouldn't happen.
What do you mean?
I would have been a piece of shit.
Really?
Oh,
you think we wouldn't have been friends?
No, like, I just feel like I wouldn't have been able to, like, start doing, like, I would have, I don't know. It just...
Oh, so you don't mean like this, meaning our friendship?
No, I don't mean this, our friendship, I mean, like, this, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that it just would have been so much different. I would have been a motherfucker who's just, like, on the phone all the
I think you should give yourself more credit.
Thanks. I appreciate it. But, like, fuck, man. Sometimes you gotta get absolutely dragged publicly.
Yeah.
To realize that, you gotta shut up sometimes and be nicer. And, yeah. That's pretty much it, actually. What was I gonna ask you 20 minutes ago?
You asked me about my top 3
What's the second
comments.
worst hate comment you've ever got? Thanks for keeping me on track.
Someone DM'd me after that big YouTube video, TikTok video that I made that got like 12 million views and said that they went to high school.
12 million?
Got 12 million.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm making fun of you.
And they DM'd me. They had gone to high school with my fiance and said that they would be able to track down our house and come and break my ribs.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
That might be worse than the kill yourself. Wait, no. Is it? That's fucked up.
It's just that because it was like a big paragraph. Like, he was not okay.
Right.
Mentally.
Oh my gosh.
But, so that was really scary. Mm-hmm. I feel like the paper shoot one is just in my mind right now. Because it was like yesterday.
Oh.
And it was so, I didn't even do anything. It wasn't even about me.
It was about the camera.
These stupid little, they're not stupid, but like these little cameras.
Oh.
Please don't fire me.
That's like the one part I have to cut out. You text me later?
Yeah.
Hey, that little throwaway that I said, please don't cut that out. What was the third worst?
I don't know. I have a really hard...
It's gotta be like, but like, I don't like the short and simple ones that are like, they nailed it. You know what I mean? Like when someone makes fun of something that you are already insecure about and they see it.
Yeah.
That shit. Like when someone, like if someone's like cool fucking, like when someone like makes fun of like my body or my ears or like my like, I don't know, like just something where it's like, fuck you for noticing something I don't already like really that much. Jesus Christ. I mean, I love my hair, but my ears are big. But like, Jesus Christ.
You have nice ears.
And my body, whatever. I'm not shirtless all the time, but like, oh my God, it's a mess under there. But fuck you. You don't have to notice that. I already don't like it. So
yeah,
there's always something like that. Or the way someone makes fun of like the way you speak.
Someone did that a lot. They used to do that to me a lot. They would be like, I don't like your voice. Like when I was
and that's like who you are. Like,
yeah,
it's just,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Or people used to get mad at me for, like, when I was doing paper shoot videos, they would get really, like, super aggressive that I was, like, fidgeting too much. But I have ADHD. I'm sure you understand it. Okay, you're going right now.
Yeah, I'm always shaking during this.
So I always have to be doing something with my hands. I'm like, I don't know. Leave me alone. Who cares?
The person who is, like, so, like, guys, like, on the internet is also the first person to attack someone else for their shit.
You know what I always think about? How Gen Z is in, like, total agreement that old people who go to, like, minimum wage jobs and yell at people in customer service are the worst people on planet Earth. It's like, we all hate them. How could they do that?
Yeah.
We're angels to people in customer service. Then those same kids go home and say the most vile shit you've ever heard to each other online for fun.
Yeah.
For fun. That's what you do in your spare time.
Yeah.
It drives me up the wall. How is it any different between like someone coming in and yelling at me when I'm a host and then telling me to kill myself when I'm at my job?
Do you have any fucked up host stories from Earls? Do you miss Earls?
No. Are you kidding?
I
crazy?
love Earls.
I hated that place.
Let's name names.
I remember, no. I didn't hate it because of anybody. I just didn't like the job. But I remember it during the pandemic when I was still, like, hosting.
Yeah, so I was there, too.
Last summer.
We had fun there when we were...
It was fun.
When we were masked up. We were fun. It was so fun.
Yeah, when we used to get scheduled together. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
But... because I would have to like do the screening questions, and I would make like rich white guys really mad because they were like, COVID is a hoax, like I'm a financial advisor, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I handle money.
Yeah.
COVID's a hoax.
They'd be
All
like,
right.
I work in the stock exchange, so I know
I'm
everything.
above all of this. Yeah.
So sometimes they'd get really mad at me when I would ask them the screening questions.
And then they'd try to like fuck Sabrine, and you'd be like, all right, man, stop.
Yeah, they were assholes. And then commonly they would be like, do you actually know anyone who's gotten sick? And I got so tired of getting that question that I would be like, yeah, my boyfriend.
You'd start lying.
I'd be like, yeah, my boyfriend has it, he's really sick. Because I just wanted to see their faces. And I'd be like, what did he do? Lick a toilet seat? And I'm like, no, he's actually really sick. I would literally be like, he's in the ICU.
Okay. That's actually a really funny thing I just thought about. We gotta talk about the worst lies we've ever told to make someone like feel really bad, like in a situation like that. I mean,
oh my god,
or to like get out of something. I've said fucking like I've literally said like a family member has died before. Have you done that? Yes, I've done that. But like my uncle died.
I did that,
and then I got out of work.
I like kind of did that, but someone did die, but I didn't really care. But I like used it. That's so bad.
Okay, wait on. This is a fucked up one. One time.
You have more fucked up
So
than that?
no, it's always with work. It's never with like.
I know.
It's never with friends. It's never with like. It's never like plans for like I'm never like I can't make it to dinner tonight. Dad's dead. Like I'm not gonna do that. But it's always with work. It's always at a shift or for a shift you don't fucking need or you're dreading and you're just like mentally you're like fucking no, not today, whatever. And like sure, that's a first world problem and that's a privileged thing. But fuck off. That's where we live. So
we all get it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're right. So one time there was a shooting in Hamilton and like I kinda knew the guy.
Dean, that's
Alright. Like, I kind of knew the guy, and I went up to our manager, and I was like, one of my best childhood friends got shot. I have to go. And I got to go home. Yeah.
That's really bad.
Oh, whatever.
It's really funny.
It was in like 2018. Leave me alone.
3 whole years ago?
I was 22. And I really didn't want to work.
I get it. It makes sense.
And guess what? It worked.
But then you have to like pretend to, like, isn't that the most fucked up part? You have to like receive.
Oh no, I was just like complete sociopath. Like I think I have to go. And like fucking Randall was like are you like gonna? And I was like, I just have to go.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, well, text me if you need anything. And I was like, okay, thank you.
Okay, I have one. Do you want to hear mine? It's pretty fucked up.
Okay.
It's actually not that fucked up.
Oh yeah, then I went home and went back to sleep. It was awesome. So sorry. Rest in peace.
I have like an autoimmune disease with my like reproductive system, and sometimes it flares up and can be really painful.
Yeah.
So once when I was at Earl's,
yeah.
I faked it.
Okay, nice.
And I said I was having a flare up and needed to go to the hospital.
Wow.
No, you know what I even did? Because sometimes what I have can like mimic the like a miscarriage. Like it feels like you're having a miscarriage. Your body, like if you take a pregnancy test, it will say you're pregnant because your hormones get so messed up.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Fuck.
So I knew, because it did happen, but I knew it was like, oh, this is just like a flare up. This is totally fine.
Yeah.
I knew in my head, but I was like, I told him I was having a miscarriage.
You said you were having a miscarriage?
Because like, I don't know. My body thought I was, so it doesn't matter.
So okay, but that's the thing too, is that like the way you wow, oh man, the way you and like in your head justify your lie is crazy. And if I get any shit, no, everyone does this. Sure, I may have taken it to another level here and there, but everyone lies.
Everyone does it.
Everyone fucking lies through their teeth to get out of some shit when they know it will not come back to them. Fucking everyone does that. And you're a liar, and you're a liar if you don't.
Why I would do that, because just saying like, hey, I have an autoimmune disease and I'm having a flare-up, can I please go home? That would have been fine.
Because it needs to be like, I know why. It's because when we make up lies to get out of work, it's always work.
But
wait, I'm not done.
I'm sorry.
It's because we need to make it sound extreme as possible to the ear at that second, so you get to leave right away. It's
right.
Not even like there can't be any questions. There can't be any like, well, can you be better? Like you have to get out of there that whole day. There can be no follow-up questions of like, well, can you be back in like later? Can you do that? Like,
yeah, you're right.
That's why you say the most extreme thing, and that's why I lied hard in that past story I just told. Like that's why, like you gotta go. Yeah. I gotta go now, or else I'll fucking be the worst worker here. I'll be a nightmare to be around, and to be honest, I'll probably be in the bathroom the whole time on my phone because I fucking don't want to be here. That's why you go so hard. You go to the stratosphere with your lie.
True.
That's what we do. We're fucked.
I really hate that I did that though.
Yeah,
I'm really embarrassed.
I hate what I did too.
It's okay.
It's not
I'm
cool.
glad that we talked about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, whatever. Man, lying.
I used to do this thing in college where...
Go for it.
Like, sometimes with people, if they drink, like, green tea on an empty stomach, it makes them sick. Like, I'm one of the... There's this thing called tannins in it, but it can make you really sick if you drink it on an empty stomach. And when I wouldn't want to be in class, I would drink a large green tea on purpose, so that I would be physically ill so I could leave instead of just lying and being like...
That is so... You're nuts.
Yeah.
That is so silly.
Isn't that silly? But
Ouch.
I really don't like lying. Like, if it'll be like an extension of the truth if I have to.
Have you ever pretended... Okay, wait. No, you have. I've pretended to have, like, horrible diarrhea so a girl would leave my house. When's the last time you pretended to be asleep? You ever done
Never.
that? You ever done that one?
No.
No? Okay. That's a good one.
When was the last time you did that?
I used to do that when I was like 19 or 20. If I was just like not happy with the decision I made from the night before.
Mm-hmm. Like in the morning?
Yeah.
So you would pretend to be asleep so they would leave?
Yes. Yes, I would. I've done that like 5 or 6 times. Cat's out of the bag. Sorry. I would just like forcing my fucking lids shut. Just being like, I don't want to talk to anyone right now. There was this one time I did something so shitty. Holy shit.
I love how we're like airing out our dirty laundry
Fuck
right
it, man. It's whatever. Like this is this is the best thing. Like if this can make anyone feel better, great. And also like I'm not fucking beating around the bush here. This is stuff I've done. It's not stuff I have continued to do. But the last thing We've
grown.
Yeah, we definitely have grown. But the last thing I did happened as recent as like what I say. It was 2018. Like that horrible lie I told. Relax.
Yeah.
I haven't done that shit in a while because I'm not gonna put myself in a position to tell a lie like that ever again. Anyway, in 2016 maybe, it was after my first relationship, and this was like the first single night I had out, and I brought a girl home who I worked with at Belfast Love. who she doesn't work there anymore. She has 2 kids. So now she does. And she was really sweet, but she was just a lot. And she knew... Like, have you guys seen those TikToks of, like... You know, there's always, like, a girl on TikTok who's like, POV, I'm the girl you brought home and won't... And she won't leave your house. Like, or she's just, like, asking you crazy questions in the morning. Like, there's just, like, always a TikTok like that that's so specific. And you're like, oh, my God, I've been with a girl like that. Some shit like that. She was kind of like that. But before we went to bed... She was just like, so am I the first girl you slept with after your relationship? Like, she was like, and she was, and I think she knew that, and it was very like, I was just like, oh man, I really don't feel right, and I forced myself to go to sleep, and I woke up at 4 a.m, and I just, like, shot awake, and I didn't feel good about myself, because this was like 3 days after.
Yeah, when you're like, oh, I did this way too soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I should not have gone out. I should not have left the house. I should have just, like, enjoyed my own company and just, like, reflected on whatever. and been like a smart human being. And I woke up, like I just shot awake at like 4 or 5 in the morning and just shook her shoulder awake. And I was like, you gotta go. And she was like, what? And I was like, I'll give you cash for a taxi. You have to go. I'm sorry. I can't talk to I can't see you in the morning. I can't talk to anyone in the morning. I gotta be alone. And she was just like, okay, fine, but I'm keeping this shirt.
Wow,
like,
I respect that.
I did too. I was like, yes, for sure.
But even like knowing what you need in a moment, even if you can't express it,
oh my gosh,
in a way that
Jacob gave me so much shit for that too. I remember he was like, you're a piece of shit, and I was like, you've never not been dating someone forever, so shut up. Like, it's just because he's I'm always this is so rude. Shut up, Jacob. You've never had casual sex in your life. Like, he's just...
Jacob and I were talking about that the other day.
He just hasn't. And it's not his fault. That's not a bad thing. But, like, when I tell him a story like that, and he's like, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, yeah, a little bit, but also, you don't understand.
But Jacob just loves love.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And I love
And
that.
to be honest, I envy him for that. He sees a lot of things the way I don't because I don't know what happened in our upbringings or in our, like, you know, in our early adult days, but like I went one way when it comes to like love and relationships and sex. I went one way and he went another way. Mm-hmm. And that's fine because no matter what, we're always going to be best friends. But like if he gives every time he's given me shit about like there was like, I don't know, I was like 20 once and I had like 2 girls over in 1 week and he was like, really, man? And I was like, what, dude? And he goes,
that's really funny.
He goes, so you just not gonna text any of them ever again? And I was like, I might not. Fucking so what?
Yeah.
They won't, to me. Mm-hmm. They were fully understanding of what the evening was about. I don't have to date everyone I fuck. Like, you don't. You don't have to date everyone you fuck.
Yeah.
And
even if you really want to.
Even if you super duper want to. But when it's understood by both parties what the fuck's going down, it gets down, okay?
Yeah.
So when he would give me shit, like, he gave me so much shit for that. And I was like, man, you just, like, I fucked up and I could admit, like, yeah, I went back to the single life and the one-night stand shit too early after the relationship I had just ended.
Yeah.
And I hate that it came to me at 4 a.m., but I had to get her out of my fucking bed because I was just like, no, I can't wake up to a new girl tomorrow. I can't. I was gonna freak out. Like, I almost had a panic attack.
You, like, made a mistake, but that doesn't mean you're a piece of shit.
No, I was just, but like, I remember, like, even I saw her at work. Like, you know what I mean? I apologized to her. I was like, fuck, man. Like, I got a lot of stuff to figure out. Hope you understand. That was shitty. But the thing is, like, she was one of those people where it's like, after I said, like, it was tough because she was a host. And I was just, like, the first person you see when you walk in for your shift. So it's like, I'm so fucking sorry. And I remember just saying everything and being like, I got a lot of stuff to figure out. I can't even explain it properly. So I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry for being an asshole. And she was like, yeah, you should be. And I was like, I just said that.
Yeah.
Oh, I just said that, though.
You're really good at, like, owning up to your shit, though.
Thank you.
If you, like, mess up, you'll say it.
It's fucked. I hate it. But it always takes, like, an hour or two.
As long as you say it, it's okay. Sometimes you have to process it on your own.
I know, it's a lot. But sometimes you say something or you do something and you're like, wait a second. That might have damaged someone.
Okay, I have a cool question.
Go for it.
What's one thing that someone said to you and they probably did not think anything of it, but you like hold on to it?
Ooh, nice. If you have something ready, go for it.
I do.
Okay, go for it.
I remember I was dating a guy, and we dated 2 summers in a row, which probably should have known after the first summer.
So summer ended, and then the other summer,
and then we started dating again.
And the other summer started, and then you called each other.
I don't know. It just happened like that.
That's super weird. You guys are weird.
Yeah. Well, clearly it didn't work out very well.
Okay.
But after he broke up with me the first time, I was like, oh, what? Like, I don't really understand. And he said, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but you're very intense and you're way too intense for me. And I've carried that with me forever because I never thought I don't think I'm intense.
You're not.
Do you think I'm intense?
No, I think you're the opposite.
That's what I think. Like, I
think you're the opposite of intense.
But
I think I'm intense.
But I think maybe I was a little bit more intense before that. And then after he said that to me, I was like, oh my God, I could never be this forward again.
Wow. Fuck, I don't know. I'm trying to think of one. Have you not been like? Did you try to find things that you did that to like remove?
Yeah.
And did you remove them, or have they been back, or have they completely become yourself again? Or
I remember.
Or did you find the wrong? Like, did you find out that he was right?
No, he wasn't.
Little. Okay, he wasn't right.
But I remember because then we dated the summer after, and because just when you're like toxic together, like that.
Yeah.
So when we dated the second time, I was like, okay, I was too intense last time, so this time I'm not gonna say anything. Like, I'm not gonna tell him how I'm feeling. Like, I'll just let him like lead the way, and I'll just like keep my stupid little mouth shut because apparently he hates that.
Whoa.
And then at the end of the summer, we broke up again because he felt like I wasn't communicating enough. I was like, I don't know. It just kind of seems like you don't like me very much, which is fine. But it was very strange to be like, that's too much. And then when I pulled back, he was like, tell me what's going on in your head. You know?
And those are moments where you have to be intense.
Yeah, I think
like you have to. What the fuck? Okay, I don't know. Like, so what? Is someone always being. Fucked him. Okay, wait, so he didn't get, like. That is such a guy thing where it's like, okay, this woman is talking, which is great. Communication's key. But he was probably like, nah, you're intense. Yeah. You're always telling me how you feel. That's totally it.
Is reflecting on the situation. It was just that I knew what I wanted and I said it out loud.
Right.
But he didn't know what he wanted.
He was like,
so he's like, what? I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been with a girl who's this like informative about like her aspirations.
Yeah.
For like whatever.
I think because sometimes if he would do something I didn't like, I would be like, hey, respectfully, I didn't really like that you did that. And he'd be like, what the fuck? You know?
You're not allowed to tell.
Yeah.
Sorry, that yawn was rude.
No, it wasn't.
You're not boring me. I want to make it abundantly clear. You are not boring me.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm trying to think of something that someone said to me.
If you can't think of it, that's okay.
One time Jacob said I had fat tits when he was... when I was 19 and he was 20. And I was like, what? And he goes like, you got like a fat pair of tits. And I was like, what? Dude, no, I'm skinny. And he goes like, are you? No. And I was like, okay.
Oh no.
Just saying. And then I used to look in the mirror like, fatty, fuck you. And it ruined my summer.
Really?
Yeah. And then it happened the next summer.
Yeah. Okay.
Like your shit. So
okay.
Yeah. I'm kidding. No, I'm totally over it because it was fine. It's not like. I mean, like.
I feel like you still talk about it though.
Oh I know, but like I like it now because it's like fine.
I like this one.
All right, this one's a little bigger than this one for sure. Okay, but like, it's fine though because like I have other things going on. It's not like it's just like my.
I don't only have fat tits.
I don't only have fat tits. I also have like a pretty nice smile and decent personality. So like it's not like when I get naked, girls are like, okay, we're done here. Like that's never gonna happen. You know what I mean?
I mean.
But what?
That would never like happen though.
But still, it's just like, why was I worried?
Yeah.
Ever. It's just like, who cares? But like, it's just because he had never. It's because he grew up around the most like fit people ever because his dad's a fitness monster. So the second he saw someone with like some loose fat, shirtless, coming out of the shower, in his first time ever having a roommate, he was like, he said something like kind of rude to me, but also he was for sure kidding. But also I remember being at that age, 19, and being like. Right?
Does he know about that?
No.
He's about to.
No, but like, no, he's not going to listen this far. Are you kidding me? All of us watch each other's podcasts for the first 20, and then we're like, I get it.
I don't watch your podcast anymore.
That's okay.
Because once I listened to it, an episode from like 5 weeks previous, and you talked shit about me.
What did I say?
I don't know. You did. You talked shit about me like 3 times on your podcast. It was like funny. You weren't actually like.
Okay, then say that.
But it still hurt my feelings.
Yeah, but like that's. Oh my god.
It was one of those. We were talking about it earlier. You know when someone says something that's so true, and you're like,
oh, it was though because I was like either doing. I remember I was doing like either an impression of you, but I was saying something about something you do. You look. you. Oh, I fucking. What is it? I know the exact thing I said, and it's really funny. Go listen back if you can find it.
You said something. You were talking about me and Liam, and you said. Something Liam and Jillian, and then you started moving on. You were like, oh, she's gonna hate that I said Liam's name before
yeah.
name. And then but I actually did when I was like, fuck, why did he not
Yeah,
say
why
my
did he
name
say?
first? And then you said it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm crazy. And then you went, you're like, yeah, love her to death, the most sensitive, like, dramatic person ever.
You are
I'm
super
so
sensitive. Like, I don't know. It's you're it's fine. It's not like I'm gonna be like, ugh, too sensitive and not be your friend.
I remember the other night when you guys were arm wrestling. Curtis was like across the table from me, and then me and Jack were like calling him a little baby bitch. Do you remember that?
No, I was blackout.
Yeah, we were saying like, "Oh, you're a little baby bitch," like making fun of him, and he was laughing.
Yeah.
And then he said something about my job. He was like, "Whatever, Jillian, you work for a stupid company." And I was like, "Hey."
That
And
moment.
he's like, "You can't get mad. You just called me a little baby bitch."
Yeah. Yeah. No.
I was like, "Hey."
No, but like that's man.
I
but
worked
like
really hard at that. I was like, "Hey,
yeah.
stop."
So one time in 2016, me, Curtis, and Jacob did a show in New York at the Pit, the People's Improv Theater, and it was one of like the best weekends of my life. I was supposed to do 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I did 25.
Whoa.
I was in a lot of trouble, and like
Yeah.
and but I had like a great time, and it was like I thought it was funny at the time. But if I look back on it, it was not a good set, but like it was fun. Like, it was really... I did 25 by accident. Which, how the fuck
How do you even do that?
I don't know.
I hate when you do that. You know why? Because you don't have to do it. You do it so much, and I know you don't have to.
You don't have to do it.
You don't. You do it so often. You burp, you fart. And I know that humans don't need to fart
There's
that
always something coming out of me. That's a funny boy. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
I'm not saying it.
Okay, you don't have to do that. There's no way
You don't have to.
burps and farts that much.
And when you blow it away, oh, stop. It's so gross.
I'm sweaty.
And you know why? Because you don't do it because you're like, oh, this needs to be done. I need to blow my burp away. You do it because it's rude. You know that. You know it's rude, and you've probably been told so many times by your parents not to do that.
Okay, you'll never stop doing it. Oh yeah. Okay, so I did 25 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I got like a lot of shit from Curtis and Jacob for going long, as I should have. And I'd like to think I owned it and was like sorry, but like I bet knowing me at the time, I was like, whatever, man, fuck it. It was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing me when I was 18, 20, I was 20, yeah. And since then, that was in 2016. Every time we've done a show together, every single time, Curtis is like, trying to do fucking 25 minutes over this time, right, buddy? Or like every time, if Matt's like, all right, Dean, you're doing 10, Curtis will be like, so 25. Like, and I don't anymore, but like it's every time, every single time. He's just like, oh, I'm really like if I remember but even if it's just us two, and I'm like, I'm really excited to do 10 minutes, and he's just like, yeah, just try not to do fucking 35.
Curtis
like,
is so fucking funny.
Curtis is so fucking funny.
Because he has this like little like rage inside him
He really
that just like comes out at, like a little bit.
Oh, I got to see it. It was great. So, I do this thing when I'm really drunk, where like I'm here, like hold this. Whenever I'm like, well, I'm not really drunk. Whenever I'm like getting into it with the booze, and like something's funny, I'll shake someone's arm while they're holding some like booze, not on purpose because they're gonna spill. I just always go for some shoulders or arms and go ha, and then like and like I always end up doing that to Curtis, and I always spill some of his shit. And it was this weekend was the first time where like I did it to him, and he went, Jesus, Dean, that's why you don't shake people's fucking arms. And he did it while I was holding a beer, and like it fizzed everywhere. Like it was the first time. It was like, but he was legit like angry. He was like, that's why you don't shake people's arms, dude! And just stared at me like that. And like beer was like all over the green room. And then like it was like a quick moment where he was like looking at me like this. Like, after years of me doing that to him. Like, years of me doing that. Always. Oh, fuck, you spilled a bit on my shirt. Like, and I'm like, oh, sorry, buddy. Like, I'll get him the next drink, whatever the fuck. But it was the first time where he was like, all right, I'm going to fucking do it. Oh, how did you like it, man? And did it, beer went everywhere. Like, and, like, everyone, like, Jacob's parents were up there in the green room with us. Like, we're all laughing and hugging. And everyone just looked at Curtis and me, like, just looking at each other like this. And then we looked and we were like, oh, fuck, they don't know that this is hilarious. And then we started laughing so hard. And then we, like, cleaned it up ourselves. And it was just, like...
Oh my god.
Really fucking... like, he was like... It was so funny because I was like, oh, that's him. Like... I was like, there it is. Yes, finally. Like, a little mad, but then he just sucked it back and we just died laughing about it. But, like, I was like, that was real.
Yeah.
He for real was like, okay, man.
Yeah.
That's the final time that's gonna fucking happen, dude. He was great.
Do you remember, not last night, but the night before, what you kept doing to me at Jacob's birthday?
No. Really?
Yeah. Every time I would walk by. And Curtis started doing it too. It was like you like were here and Curtis was right here and you guys both kept going.
Oh, we were like this back and forth. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. I remember walking up to Curtis. I was like, best thing about Jillian is you can just do this. And I just like shoved. Yeah. And I just did that. Yeah. And it wasn't a slap, but it's just like I just pushing your head out of the way. And you're like, hey. And I was like, hey, how are you? And then everyone, yeah. And then whoops.
That was funny though.
It was really...
I really hated the way it felt, but...
For sure, but by knocking you back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Playing Jillian Pong. That's so funny. All right, well...
We've been talking for so long.
Yeah.
Is this your longest episode ever?
Definitely not. But we're going to shut it down. You feel good about this?
Yeah, I feel great. I feel like we
that was really fun.
Really got to some real moments. We opened up.
Yeah, we did. That was hilarious.
And then we ended on a little laugh.
Yeah. That was great. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for this cup of water. Anytime, I guess. If you guys don't know, Jillian's super funny on TikTok. You should go check out her shit. If you have anything else you'd like to plug, go for it.
No.
Okay. But this podcast happens every week. Please remember to like and subscribe. And if you don't, that's whatever, man. But if you do, thank you so much. And I'll talk to you guys next week. So bye.
Bye.